cat in the wall, eh? Okay, now you're talking my language.
Do you ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
Oh, great. Thanks, Mother, for replacing the baby aspirin with LSD.
Welcome to The View from CZEC. I'm just Matt, and I just took a Sharon and wiped my more. We're here to talk about the game, Saturday, November 30th. In the shoe, revenge is finally here. The cheaters get to come and have their comeuppance after their whole year's been one giant comeuppance right now. And walking into the shoe Saturday as 3 touchdown underdogs with my man here, the Haas, screaming in their ears what pieces of shit they are, what scum they are, and what we're going to do to them on Saturday. Haas, let me hear it. How bad? Do we hang 100 on them?
It's going to be 50. I think that's all. I'm very confident we get 42. If we don't get to 48, that's when it's like, what the fuck? But I'm pretty sure we're going to get to about that 50 mark. It's going to be.
If we get to 48, he better go for 2. Do it like Woody. Make Woody proud.
I think this is going to be a game where everybody's looking at the offense. How many points they're going to put up? I think it's going to be the flip side. The defense is going to be playing out of their minds. How many points are they going to get up? Because Michigan's offense, I mean, there's no words to show you how bad it is. That's going to be. I mean, if we could legitimately shut them out this game. I seriously think we could do that. Or give up a field goal, that's where I'm going to be hoping for like a shutout or give up 3 points or something.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. And the question isn't how many points is the defense going to give up. It's how many points is our defense going to score on their offense.
Yes.
Can we beat them just with our defense playing? That will be the question on Saturday. A little bit facetious, but not totally. This game needs to be cathartic for the soul for our fans. To get back behind Ryan Day 100%. I'm sure people like him a lot more after last week and the way they started to play and kind of like the adversity we faced this season with the injuries on the O-line and melding this team of like more transfer type people together. But Saturday, you have to get the job done after 3 straight losses. I know they were cheating. They were cheating as cheaters. Sharon Moore did an excellent job of helping them cheat to win the national championship. But it doesn't matter anymore. You come in here. You can't just beat them. I don't think it can't be like a 21-16 type game. We need to fucking drop the hammer on these assholes, put them back in their place where they belong, send them back up to that whore Ann Arbor with their tails between their legs. Oh, baby, just put me in, coach, just for one play. But that's probably all I got before I'm dead. But just one play.
Like 3 touchdown favorites. I would take us at 28-point favorites. I would take us to cover that spread. I mean, not to get too analytical, into this thing, but
get nerdy, bring it.
They have 3 guys that have over 100 yards receiving this year. Their leading receiver has 582 yards receiving. The next closest is 234. Their leading receiver is a tight end, Loveland.
And it's a tight end.
He's nice. He'll be fine in the NFL. But their offense does not pass the ball at all. Davis Warren stats. He is averaging, oh my goodness, air yards per attempt, 4.8. Yards per attempt, 4.9. Yards per completion, 9.2. To put that into comparison with Will Howard, who is averaging 13 air yards or 10.5 air yards per attempt and 13 yards per completion, he's not even averaging half of that. That is how bad their offense is. And their rushing game isn't much better. We have 2 guys averaging over 6. Quinshon's averaging 5.6. Henderson 7.5. Their leading rushers averaging 5.4. Mullings, not all that impressive. They don't really have an offensive pulse, an offensive identity at all. This is going to be it should be, and it's going to be just a bad showing of their offense.
Keep going, Jason. I'm almost there. Their offense is pathetic. They can't throw the ball at all. How they ended up in the transfer portal era with this QB room, which is now just down to basically Davis Warren and the orgy who cannot throw the ball. They won't even let him throw the ball. Even when he starts, he doesn't throw the ball at all.
Yes.
Because he can't, because he's super inaccurate and makes bad decisions to go with his inaccuracy. So what do they do against one of the best defenses in the country? by far. And we've been embarrassed by them. They pushed us around. Their offense has pushed us around for the last 3 years. They have pushed us around, but their offense scored over 30 points every time we played them. I'm sure Jim Knowles knows that. I'm sure all these players know that. There are bigger fish to fry, but overall, I expect a total A game effort.
Yes.
Defensively.
The only realistic way that they could be in this game is if we shoot ourselves in the foot in the first quarter, like we always do. And I mean, we've gotten off to a slow start. Just say we've been off to a slow start, and they prolong that slow start into halftime. They get some hope and stuff. And their drives consist of dinking and dunking, getting like 7-8 minute drives to keep our offense out on the field. They just have to do that game plan of, quickening the game by extending these drives. They could maybe do it if Loveland just has a monster game. He's gonna have to do that. But Styles, Downs, like I don't see how he can do that realistically. That's the only way that they can win the game is by just having and being opportunistic on defense. Will Howard would have to throw like 2 or 3 interceptions, and I don't think he'll need to throw the ball that much.
Right. Will's going to have to F it up. The one thing is I think their defense can keep him in it for a while.
Yes.
With their D tackles are legit the 2 best tackles maybe in the country. Oregon's probably right there too, and we saw how we struggled against them with our starters and not with our backups.
Their best guy was out for our game. Branch was out, and he was out in the Wisconsin.
He's not interior. I'm talking about in the interior.
Gotcha.
And right now, we did not push around Indiana around the ball. We did not at all. So it's going to be a game where I don't think we can run the ball super effectively, at least up the middle, at least not until the second half, where their lack of offense and probably won't be able to be lack of being on the field will wear down their defense, which has happened several times this year to them. So they could keep it close for a half, I think, just because they can probably handle our run game for a half. But I don't think there's going to be any 7 or 8 minute drives for them. I think Knowles go back to that first game plan he had where we end up getting smoked for the big plays his first year. They don't have that this year. They're not going to rip off big plays on us. Yeah, we have the best tackling safety in the country in Downs back there. Ransom is no slouch. He didn't play that game that year either, and that was a big part of why we gave up so many big plays. Just be aggressive, force them to make big plays.
Yes.
Force them to do it because they have no chance if they have to make big plays against us because they don't have it on their team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even see their running like it. Oh,
it stinks. Their running game stinks, but mainly because of the lack of passing game.
Yes, this is definitely this is one of those early like Brady Hoke era teams, early Harbaugh teams where we just beat the crap out. This is back to the early 2010s here, mid 2010s. Man, like they're on the low. Like the only good news for them is that their offense finally got going against Northwestern.
Yeah, for a half, basically half.
For a half, like they did something. They got maybe some positive thinking in that locker room that they can get some momentum going.
What they can count on is that there will be no penalties called against them, unless they just happen to jump offsides or false start or line up incorrectly to begin to play. Because if we talked about it on the Indiana podcast, Ohio State's opponents have not been called for a post-snap penalty in over 3 games now, which is just insane. But special teams has also come around to the Buckeyes' favor, and Michigan is not where they have been in the past under Harbaugh, special teams-wise this year. Everything points to a beatdown. 20.5 point spread, over under of only 43.5. So you're right. That's like an implied score of like 32-11.
Yeah.
But do you think Michigan gets to 11? Because I don't. Nobody has been able to move the ball besides Oregon against this team.
There are not many words to describe how bad this team is. I'm trying to look at more stats, and it just all is. I'm trying to
come up with them. They're
hope.
They're shitty. They're pathetic. They play like a peewee team. They probably can't get a boner when they are with their girlfriends. This is what they are right now this year.
Yeah. The only positive thing is that they're okay on third down, like just about as us. They're efficient on third down, but their whole offense is predicated on getting third and shorts. If we can keep them into being third and longs and get first down is going to be huge. If they try to do runs a lot first down, they're gonna have to get tricky with it. That's also the defense is going to have to be, well under under control here. Watch the double moves on the outside. They're going to have to do some trick plays here. So if we can stop them on first down and be disciplined, the third and longs will just crush them if we can keep them into that situation.
Yeah, I agree. And luckily, that's what we're good at, though. We're very disciplined, especially the D-line. So I don't anticipate them. I mean, I do. You're right. They're going to throw the playbook at us, but what do they have to lose? Like, this is their season now. This is totally their season right here, is just trying to get this win against us, and knowing that it'll just drive us up a wall if we somehow lose this game. And that somebody who may just run out and murder Ryan Day on the field if we lose this game. Won't be me, but it could happen. Look at that face. You'll be in the stadium, man. You're the ones we gotta watch.
Yeah. Ron Artest, he's going down into the field.
He's going up into the stairs. Oh my God. One of the greatest moments of my college. But yeah, so here's what I'm thinking. I like this, what you said there about going for 2. I'll take it 50-3 Buckeyes. I think Sherrone Moore, he'll be safe when he gets down there just to avoid the shutout, and he'll kick a field goal at some point when he probably should be going for it, because there's no way they're going to be able to keep up with us without scoring touchdowns. So I'll take 50-3. Day goes for 2 near the end, flips the double bird, says, fuck those cheaters. This is what you get for all that.
Yeah. I'm going to say 48.
I don't think we score 50, by the way, but that's what I'm going with.
I'm going to say 40, somewhere in the, I'll just say 48 or 45. I'll say 45-6. I think maybe they, like their first drive, they get a field goal just because we just refuse to do anything on the first drive of the game. They get a field goal on the first drive, and then they'll get a last second field goal too to make it 45-6.
Last second kicking a field goal at the end of the game would be hilarious when you're down 45.
Yes. I think he's going to do it.
They may do it. That would be just, chef's kiss for what this season's been for them. But I know you and I will both be, you'll be screaming your head off there at the stadium. I'll be hoarsely, I'm already hoarse from screaming at the TV or being sick, one or the other.
Sorry.
Gazoon.
You can edit.
Should be doing that into a Michigan Kleenex this week. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, I caught something from watching that terrible offense with Indiana, and then I get to go into this week and watch more terrible. This is what the Big Ten is, baby. Just great defense. Every team just got great defense and just terrible offense.
Great defense and very disciplined teams that don't commit penalties. Yes. That's what the Big Ten does.
Yes.
All right.
And great coaches that just know how to Google.
They know how to Google, and they know how to cheat. That's what they know how to do. And if they can't Google or cheat, then they can't win. It's just how it is. But go Buckeyes. Fuck that team up north. We have a podcast from previous years about our stories of why we hate Michigan. You should look that up while we do it. I'll post it in the comments so you can get what the hatred juices really boil up. Because it may take a little extra this year with Michigan being so bad. Shouldn't after 3 straight losses and the cheating and the arrogance. But if you need it, I'll post that in there for you. Go ahead.
And all you haters, all you idiots out there, I'll say idiots. That wanted Michigan to be good so that the game was entertaining. And then all of a sudden we get our asses beat for the last 3 years. No, this is what we want. We want them to be so bad and to dominate them every year for them to not have any effing hope. We don't want them to be good, okay? We can want the rest of the Big Ten to be fine, so we have good competition games like Indiana. I'm all for it, whatever. If they want to come in and we beat their teams up, sure. Not that team up north, because the moment they get hope, that's what happens for the last 3 years. You don't want them to be good, so stop it. Stop it with that shit.
Let me tell you something, brother. Old Michigan could go, and I don't care. I don't give a damn about Harbaugh mania. Ryan Day, Will Howard, Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson are going to run wild on you, Michigan, Saturday. I can't wait I'm going to the Royal Rumble this year. Can't wait. All right, but that'll do it for this podcast. Go Bucks. Fuck Michigan. 50-3 because we couldn't go for 3. We're going for 2. I'm just Matt, and this is the Hosta. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys Saturday in the shoe, and go Bucks.
Hey, guys. Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.